What's going on, guys? So some sad news today. The league announced NHL players will not be participating in the 2022 Olympics. This is really unfortunate because they obviously weren't at the last Olympics in 2018. So even if they go to the next one in 2026, it'll be 12 years that we had to wait for NHL players to be back at the Olympics. I actually made a video like the one I'm doing today back in 2018 to see what happened if NHL players were at the Olympics. I didn't think 4 years later I'd be doing the exact same thing, but obviously different circumstances this time for why they're not there, but still a shame we're not going to see those two guys that were just on screen, McDavid and Crosby, playing together for Team Canada. But we will see that happening in game today. I'm going to simulate the Olympics if NHL players were going. So first things first, guys, I'll show you the groups we have for the Olympics. Group A there, you have Canada, USA, Germany, and China. Now, for this simulation, China is actually represented by Japan, as they're only one of two other Asian countries in the game, Japan and Kazakhstan, and Japan's like way closer geographically to China. And honestly, I'm probably doing China a favor by having Japan represent them. I think their whole team's like in the 50s. The actual Team China team, like, I'm not even being rude or anything, just realistically, they're probably in like the 30s. So Team Japan's going to work there. Tough group too, because Germany's no slouch either with Draisaitl. Next in Group B, you have ROC, which is the Russian Olympic Committee. So Team Russia, Czech Republic, Switzerland, Denmark. That's like a pretty even group, honestly. I think Russia's clearly the best, but the rest of those teams, you know, who knows really who's going to come out of that. And then Group C there, you got Finland, Sweden, Slovakia, and Latvia. I feel like Finland, Sweden, the heavy favorites in that one. Same goes for Canada and USA in Group A. But you never know, maybe Draisaitl put Germany on his back. So I'm going to start off here, guys, by showing you all the rosters for the teams in Group A. We're then going to simulate their round robin before moving on to Group B and then, of course, Group C. And real quick, guys, before I start showing you the teams, you can leave a quick thumbs up. It really helps me out. So starting out with Team Canada, this was without a doubt the hardest team to predict what the roster would look like. Now for every single team, I try to do a mix of what I think will happen and what I think should happen, and that's kind of just how I came up with the roster. So Team Canada here, we got Huberdeau, McDavid, McKinnon on the first line. Insane. They're going back with Bergeron, Crosby, Marchand on the second line, worked at the World Cup. These guys, they actually went to this Olympics, aren't that old yet, you know, early to mid-30s. Stamkos, Point, and Marner. You got the chemistry there with Point and Stamkos. Stamkos is playing great, too, to start out this year. Marner, of course, very skilled playmaker. Point can kind of do everything for you in the middle, really good two-way player. Great third line. And then fourth line here, probably the best defensive shutdown two-way line ever in hockey. Couturier, O'Reilly, and Mark Stone. Like, I don't know how you wouldn't just put that out there against any other team's best line. They shouldn't be scoring with those three guys on the ice. Defensively here, this is also tough. I'd say maybe tougher than the forwards. We got Theodore and Pietrangelo in the top pair. I think just, you know, their chemistry playing together in Vegas. Pietrangelo, of course, already named to the team. Same with McDavid, Crosby. We then have Makar and Adam Pelech on the second pair. Now, Makar, I think, is probably the best offensive defenseman in the NHL, and Pelech's one of the best defensive defensemen, so I think they'll really complement each other nicely. Makar knows he can get up there in the rush and not have to worry about his D partner laying him down. And then finally on the third pair here, we have Dougie Hamilton and Aaron Ekblad, two very good defensemen. Obviously, some other guys to consider were Shabbat, Morgan Riley, but I ended up just kind of going with who I think were the two best guys, and that landed on Ekblad and Hamilton. Now in goal here, we're assuming Price isn't back yet in time for the Olympics if the NHL players were going. So I've got Fleury there as a starter. I feel like he's the veteran. He's kind of the one that deserves this starting role until he loses it. And then for the backup spot, I decided to go with Binnington because the GM for Team Canada is Doug Armstrong, which is the St. Louis Blues GM. So if the backup spot's like a 50-50 between him and Kemper, I feel like it's going to go to Binnington just because his GM's making the team. I'm not going to show your team's power play, but Canada here, I had to show you guys. McKinnon, Crosby, McDavid, Makar, Stamkos. How do you stop that? Now, the reason Stamkos is on the point there is because honestly, he's probably got the best shot on this team, which is one of the big reasons why I included him on this team. I saw a lot of people who didn't have Stamkos on their Team Canada, and it's just like, on the power play, no one's going to have a better one-timer than him, and I feel like that's a huge advantage to have. I also should show you guys, like, even the second unit there is absolutely stacked. So, Team Canada, they're going to be good. The next team to show you guys is probably the second best team in the tournament. That is Team USA. It'll be really cool to see if, these two teams meet in the gold medal finals. So we got Alex DeBrincat, Austin Matthews, Patty Kane on their first line. Decided to put DeBrincat on the first line because, of course, chemistry with Kane. Gensel, Larkin, Connor, very solid second line. Gaudreau, Miller, Tkachuk on the third. Decided to add that chemistry there with Tkachuk and Gaudreau. Now, I thought about playing the Tkachuk brothers together, but I just really couldn't get away for it to work as Miller's a better center than Brady Tkachuk. So I'm not going to have Brady play 3C, but he is on the fourth line wing there with Pavelski and Pacioretty. So USA forwards there, very good. Are they as good as Canada's? I don't think so, but very solid. Now defensively, two of the best defensemen in the NHL, Adam Fox, Charlie McAvoy in that top pair. Then they have Jones and Werenski, obviously tons of chemistry there. And then Slavin and Carlson. Slavin's very good defensively. Carlson's very good offensively. I think kind of similar to Makar and Pelech, they'll complement each other nicely. One guy who didn't quite make the team here, Quinn Hughes. I feel like Quinn Hughes is kind of all offense in between Carlson, Werenski, Fox. They're going to have enough offense on the team. Some tough choices for sure. Connor Hellebuck there starting goalie. John Gibson backing him up. Team USA looks pretty good. Quick look at their power play. You guys can see very, very deadly as well. Now, after that, we'll show you guys Team Germany here. Again, Dreisaitl's going to have to put this team on his back. So you got Tim Stützle there, Draisaitl and Kahun on the first line. Kuhnhackl, Sturm, and Ryder on the second. After that, you can see some 70s. Lucas Reichel, John Paterka, a couple younger players, but they're going to have a tough time. Also there, Dominic Box, pretty young too. Actually, I'm going to switch that up and have the fourth line be all the young guys there, and all the vets on the third line. Defensively here, Moritz Seider, kind of like Draisaitl. Going to try and lead this D. You got a 73 in Gewonk. I probably butchered that. Seinberg, Holzer, a couple 60s on the bottom pair. Goaltending-wise, Grubauer is their starter, so they have a decent starting goalie. Again, Germany's going to have to be a dark horse here. And then finally, like I mentioned, Team Japan representing Team China. They're going to have a tough time. When they play Canada, when they play USA, it's probably going to be double digits for Team Canada, for Team USA, at least. You guys can see there, they're just all in the 50s. They got a 43 backup. They're in for a tough time. So, like I was saying, guys, we're going to start with the round robin before moving on to Group B. Now, to simulate these games, I would have loved to use the new IHF tournament mode. Unfortunately, you can't substitute teams into that, so you only have access to the World Junior teams, which means you have to use the playoff mode, which is fine. The playoff mode will work for this. So, I'm going to have the exact same settings for every single game. We're going to start off with the 4 teams in the round robin. Of course, it's a single knockout, 20-minute periods. Now, in the regular Olympics, it's a 5-minute 5-on-5 overtime before a shootout, and then in knockout games, it's a 20-minute period followed by the shootout. Unfortunately, neither of those are an option, so the closest thing, I guess, is 5 minutes 4-on-4, then shootout. Difficulty Superstar, game style full sim, just to hopefully give us the most realistic results. Now, before we start the simulation, guys, I want to show you each team's ratings. You can see Canada here, 100 offense, 99 defense, 92 goaltending. USA's got 100 offense, 99 defense, 94 goaltending. So USA actually has the edge here. You guys a quick look at the jerseys as well. I think they're both looking really sharp now with the IHF jersey in the game. Very cool to see. This could be the gold medal matchup. Canada versus USA. Let's see what happens here. First period, Canada's up 1. Connor McDavid. Second period, 2-1. Now McDavid with another. Kane there gets one on his own goalie in Fleury. Third period, 4-3, pretty exciting. O'Reilly and Martin score for Canada. DeBrincat gets 2 for USA. So all Chicago there scoring for the USA. And they actually outshot Canada by almost 20, but not enough to get by the Flower as Canada takes that first game 4-3. And the next game here, guys, we have Germany versus China. Germany's ratings there, 77 offense, 66 defense, 80 goaltending. They do have 3 players with X factors. And then China's ratings there, 45 offense, 43 defense, 49 goaltending. You guys are curious to see the jerseys here. I actually like Germany's. I think it's pretty sharp. And then Japan has red and black. I know China has red in their flag, so it's probably not too far off. There you go, guys. First period, Germany versus China. 0-0 after 1. After 2, it's tied. Michaelis for Germany, and then Kato for China. Third period. We're going to an OT here. What's going to happen? There we go. Kuhnhackl, the OT winner for Germany. That was pretty tough for Germany, but I just saw 53 shots of 20. And the Chinese goalie absolutely stood on his head. Gotta give him some props for sure. Now in the second set of games here, guys, we have Canada versus Germany. Germany didn't look too good against China. We'll see how they do against Team Canada. Canada's up 1, brain point on Grubauer. 2-1, McDavid gets another. Bergman for Germany. Third period, Canada's outshoot him 22-9. 3-1 there, McDavid gets another. I think that's 4 goals for him so far in the tournament. He's looking pretty good. And now, guys, we have USA versus China. Let's see, this might be a slaughter. 4-0 after the first. Kachuk, Connor. Brady Kachuk's actually got a couple. Gensel. 8-0 after 2. Slavin, Matthew Kachuk, Miller, Gensel. 10-2. China finds a way to pop a couple in the net. Maybe, USA took their foot off the pedal. Matthews and Gaudreau add a couple. 10-2 with 58 shots at 13. The fact that they got 2 goals on Hellebuck on 13 shots is a little bit suspect, I'd say. And next year, guys, are the final set of games for this group. Canada versus China, the matchup everyone wants to see. USA beat them 10-2. First period, 5-0. McKinnon, Marchand with a couple, Couturier, Stone. 10-0 after 2. McDavid adds another there. 13-0. McDavid adds 2 more goals. I think he's had 2 goals in each game so far. 13-0, and honestly, in real life, it'd probably be like 20+0. Now, this next one could be a good one, guys. USA versus Germany. Who knows? We'll see what happens. First period, 0-0. Second, 1-0 for Germany, Tobias Ryder. Third period, the Americans got to come back. And they can't. Germany with the upset, 3-0, Kahun and Stützle. Wow, so Grubauer still on his head, got the shutout there, 34 shots. Now to those games, guys, just look at the standings in Group A. I should mention that whoever wins their group gets an automatic bye through the first round of the knockout stage, as well the best runner-up from the 3 different groups will also get a bye, so we'll have to sim all 3 round robins to know who that is. But right now, Canada's already got their bye locked up, 3-0 for 9 points, plus 16 goal differential there with a 20 goals for, 4 goals against. Surprisingly, second place, Germany, 1 win, 1 OT win, and a loss for 4 points. I should mention, a win's worth 3, an OT win's worth 2, OT loss is 1, and a loss, of course, is 0. Germany's goal differential there, only a +2, but they got the wins when it mattered. USA there in third with only 1 win, surprisingly, +4 goal differential, but only 3 points. And then finally, China there actually got a point, surprisingly, forced Germany to OT, but 3 goals for and 25 goals against for -22. They're probably going to be the last seed for the knockout stage. And now in Group B, guys, we have Russia, Czech Republic, Switzerland, and Denmark. I'm going to start off here by showing you Team Russia. One of the strangest teams in the tournament. You guys might see they have absolutely stacked wingers, but like no center depth. I'm not sure why, just no one in Russia wants to play center. Regardless, Ovi, Malkin, Kucherov there on the first line, Svechnikov, Nemestikov, and Panarin on the second, Kaprizov, Barbashev, Tarasenko on the third, Radulov, Nichushkin, and Buchnevich there on the fourth. Defensively as well, they definitely could be better. Sergeyev, Provorov, top pair. I got Zub, Orlov on the second, Gavrikov, Zadorov on the bottom pair. In goal, of course, best goal in the tournament though, in Vasilevsky, who could carry them. Shishkin there I have backing him up. So in terms of special teams, they got some players. Ovi, Panarin, Kucherov, Malkin, and the fact that they have Kaprizov, Svechnikov on the second power play, they're stacked in terms of scoring wingers. This is the rest of their team. Is a little bit lacking. Also, guys, I almost forgot, but in regards to Russia's center depth, you might have noticed they're missing Kuznetsov. That's because he's actually banned from international play till 2023, I believe. I know Russia was trying to get that reversed, but as far as I know, a couple weeks ago, they had an update out that said, they didn't have any success with that. Same goes for USA. You might have noticed no Jack Eichel. There was, a chance Eichel could have been healthy by the Olympics, but unless he was, 100% healthy, I don't think he would have played, as he had a quote basically saying he didn't want to risk, getting injured at the Olympics before he even plays his first game for Vegas, and it was sounding like he probably was going to be 75% at most. So I think chances are he wasn't going to play, which is why I left him scratch. Now looking at Czech Republic's team here, they're another team that you might expect to be a bit better. Forward-wise, though, pretty good. I got Palat, Krejci, Pasternak on the first line. Even though Krejci isn't playing in the NHL right now, I think he'll actually play in the Olympics in real life, potentially, because he's only playing over in Europe. Voracek, Nietzsche, Hurdle in the second. Zadina, Zaka, Varane on the third. Obviously get that chemistry there with Varane and Zadina. Hiddle, Faska, and Kubalik on the fourth. So the forwards aren't too bad. Defensively here, kind of like Russia, could be a lot better. Simic, Hronik top pair. Ruda, Kempny second. Zaboral, Gudas on the bottom. Now in goal starting for them is Mrazek, backing him up Vanacek. I feel like Czech Republic probably gets second in this group. And after the Czechs, guys, we have Team Switzerland here. Pretty sick first line, Fiala, Hischier, Meyer. After that, you got Niederreiter, Suter, and Barchi. Then you got some 70s there, and Drado, Kurashev, Malgin. Kate Hassler is their fourth line center, but definitely not as stacked as some of the other teams. Defensively, Yossi is just going to try and carry this team. You got Yossi, who's obviously one of the best defensemen in the NHL. Dean Kukin, Rafael Diaz, Siegenthaler. Mueller's all the way down to 68. Same with Weber there, 69. These guys are both mid to high 70s only a couple years ago, but they're playing in Europe now. Gianni here's their starter at 75. Sen backing him up, 74. There's no more Jonas Hiller, so Switzerland's definitely going to have a tough time here. And the final team in this group was Denmark, who, kind of like Switzerland, has a pretty cool first line. Ehler's a great player. Eller, Borkstrand. Borkstrand's very good as well, but then after that, already to the 70s. Blitzfeld and True there, both Sharks. Bodker's a 75 still. Nielsen's a 78, third line center. They have a 58, though. I think this is actually Lars Eller's brother on the fourth line. Defensively there, Philip Larsson's their number 1 D-man, so they got a tough time defensively. They do have a good goalie in Freddie Anderson, but honestly, this is going to be an interesting group. I think Russia for sure is going to win, but in terms of second, third, and fourth, I think it's really up in the air. So our first game in this group, guys, is Russia versus the Czech Republic. You can see there, Russia's got 100 offense, even with the weak center depth, 89 D, 96 goaltending. Czech Republic there, 94 offense, 85 defense, 85 goaltending. You guys want to take a quick look at the jerseys. Ovi there with the Russian jersey in the C. That's classic. Even the Czech, I really like. I think that's a line on the front of their jerseys. Very, very sharp. We'll see what comes away with this one here. First period. 3-2 for the Czechs. I don't like the fact that it's all red on the side. Ruda, Hronik, and Hurdle. Buchnevich there gets both rushing goals. Still 3-2 after 2. Russia comes back in the third. Kaprizov and Kucherov complete the comeback there for the 4-3 win. And now taking a look at Team Denmark and Switzerland here, guys. You can see Denmark's got 70 offense, 57 defense, 78 goaltending. Switzerland there, 83, 72, and 70. So these teams are definitely a lot lower rated. Take a look at both jerseys. It's like a white versus red here. Of course, you got that Swiss cross, Yossi with the C. So here we go, first period, Switzerland versus Denmark. 1-0, Niederreiter for the Swiss. 3-0, Suter and Barchi. 3-1, Larson gets one for Denmark, but I thought honestly that'd be a bit closer. So next here, guys, we have Russia versus Switzerland. First period, Russia's up 2, Ovechkin, Panarin. 4-0 after 2, Zubin and Kucherov. 5-0, Russia shuts out the Swiss there. Big game for them. The next game here, guys, is Czech Republic versus Denmark. 5-0 after the first period for Czech Republic. Wow, Freddie Anderson. That's tough. Zaka, Nichis, Ruda, Voracek, Pasternak. 8-1. Is Anderson still in net? He's not in net. No, they got Dam there packing him up, who's much lower rated for sure. And 9-1 Hurdle. Did anyone get a hat trick for Czech Republic? Pasta got 2 there, but that was it. I wasn't expecting that. Jeez, Czech Republic just destroyed them. The next game here, guys, is Russia versus Denmark. Russia trying to go 3-0. 1-0 after the first. Kucherov there. 5-0 after 2. Bodker gets the lone Denmark goal. Sveshnikov with a couple. Sveshnikov had the hat trick in the second period. Wow. And Ovi gets one. Denmark gets a couple more. You know, they wanted to not be a joke, so 5-3. They actually played Russia pretty close there. The final game in this group, guys, is Czech Republic versus the Swiss. 2-2 after the first. Vrana and Anichis for the Czechs. Yossi and Haas for Switzerland. 6-3 for the Czechs. Krejci, Pasternak, Palat, and Nichis for them. Meyer gets the lone Swiss goal. And Suter gets one to make it a close game, but Czech Republic holds on. Now to those games, guys, if you look at the standings for Group B, you had Russia in first place going 3-0 for 9 points. Czech Republic in second, 2-1 for 6, who actually had a better goal differential than Russia, surprisingly. Switzerland there in third, 1-2 for 3 points. And then finally Denmark there in last, 0-3 for 0 points. But their -9 is a lot better than China's -22, although China actually picked up a point. So that's going to hurt for Denmark, who actually had some NHL players on their roster. And as betting this, guys, I realized Denmark actually had 17 goals against. Not sure how I got 14. Apparently I'm terrible at math, so they should have been a -12. Unfortunately, I didn't catch this while recording the video, so just want to apologize. And now moving on to Group C here, guys, we have Finland, Sweden, Slovakia, and Latvia. Starting off with Team Finland here. Pretty sick roster, I think. You got Laine, Barkov, Rantanen on the first line. Puljujarvi, Aho, Teravainen on the second. I actually thought about putting Laine on the second line, as that was their first line in World Juniors that won them the tournament, but I feel Teravainen and Aho have been playing together for so long. Puljujarvi, though, will get some of that chemistry with Aho. Granlund, Hintz, Kapanen on the third line. Donskoy, Lundell, Kakko on the fourth. It's a good forward group for sure. Defensively here, Lindell and Heiskanen, so the two Dallas guys, lead that top pair. Heiskanen's definitely going to have to kind of carry this D. Ristolainen and Valimaki on the second, then Nunavera and Yoki Harju on the bottom pair. It's kind of crazy how, like, Canada literally had scratch defensemen, same with USA, who are better than Esa Lindell, who's like a top pairing D-man for Finland. Goaltending-wise, I have Saros starting with Rask backing him up. Basically, Rask might play, he might not. I'll put him in the backup spot. Probably won't matter since Saros is starting. If he does get pulled, they have a really good backup, essentially, to go in for him. Now, after Finland, guys, give you a look at Team Sweden. They also have a very good forward group here. Landeskog, Zibanejad, Nylander, Forsberg, Backstrom, Peterson, Carlson, Lindholm, Raymond, Raquel, Erikssonek, Olofsson. Like, that's a good group of players. Defensively, they're a lot stronger than Finland as well. Hedman and Carlson on the top pair. I feel they'll probably roll with the veterans on the top pair. Klingberg, Brodin. Brodin's very good defensively. Klingberg, obviously, more offense. Ekholm, Lindholm, bottom pair. Goaltending-wise, I've got Markstrom starting, Leonard backing him up. Sweden's a very solid team, top to bottom. I feel like they should probably be in that Final Four. Now after them is Slovakia, who you'd probably expect to be better than they actually are. So you got Tatar as the only 80-plus forward, which is like crazy to think about. You always think Slovakia, like at least when I do, I think of them as like kind of equal to Czech Republic. Not the case. They got Tatar, they got Panic, they got not much else. They got Thomas Jurko there. You guys can see here, like, a bunch of 60s. They even got a 58 on the fourth line. Defensively there, it's actually a little bit better than Czech Republic's defense, I think, but their forwards so much worse. So, very with Chernak, Sakara, Chara, Marincin, Jaros. Like, not a terrible defense. Starting goalie there, Halak. Again, it's just, they need to get some offense, and it's going to be tough looking at that team. And the final team in this group, guys, is Latvia. I think Lincoln said it before, but they have 4 guys on their team, essentially. Your first line of forwards, Teddy Bluger, Gergensen, and Balsers. After that, a bunch of 70s. Dogovins here, I think is how you say his name, has actually kind of sick deke. Remember, he did the, like, blade on the puck, crazy spin around deke. I believe I'm thinking of the right guy. I can see there, 60s and 50s in the bottom 6. Defensively, they actually have this guy, Christian Rubens, who played a couple games for the Leafs this year. He's their best D-man, though. In goal, though, like I mentioned, they do have Merzlikins starting for them, so if he just kind of goes God mode, you never know. So the first game in this group, guys, is a great one. Sweden versus Finland. You can see Team Sweden there, 99 offense, 96 D, 91 goaltending. Finland, 96 offense, 89 D, 92 goaltending. So Finland's slight edge in goal, even though I think it's pretty much 50-50. Sweden there has the edge in both offense and defense. Look at both these teams' jerseys. I'm a big fan of both. Like, Finland there's got the lion, Sweden's got the 3 crowns. Let's see who comes out on top. So here we go, guys. First period. Finland's up by 1. Lundell getting it down the 4th line. 2-1 now. Lundell again. Carlson for Sweden. And 3-1. I was going to say, don't tell me Lundell gets the hat trick. Wrist the line in there, the insurance goal. So Finland outshot Sweden 40-22. Big win for them. And now we're taking a look at Slovakia and Latvia's ratings here. You can see only one player has an X factor, Zdeno Chara. As he's the biggest player to ever play in the NHL, so obviously he'll get some from that. You can see neither of these teams have great offenses. 59 for both. Slovakia, though, actually has a decent defense, 83. Latvia, 56. Then goaltending, Latvia slight edge, 78. To Slovakia, 76. Taking a look at these jerseys here. Latvia is actually kind of cool there. So we'll see who comes out on top. It looks to be pretty even, but Slovakia does have the edge in D. And here we go, guys. First period. Slovakia's up 3-1. Chara, Panik, Jaros, Kennan's there for Latvia. And they get another one there from Kulda. And Slovakia holds on there, 5-2. Yurko adds an empty netter, as well as Panik gets a goal too. Next games here, guys, we have Finland versus Slovakia. Finland's up by 1. Barkov gets it. 1-1 going to the 3rd. Merchenko, I think, for Slovakia. 2-2 head to OT. Lantosi for Slovakia, never heard of him. Teravainen for Finland. Can we have a shootout potentially? We have a shootout. Let's watch this shootout. Let's see what happens. So the first shoot there, guys, for Slovakia missed. Finland comes down. Was that Barkov? I actually missed. I don't really like that camera. Yurko here for Slovakia. Gets Tuukka Rask in net. Okay, I had Saro starting. Maybe the Finnish GM decided to change it. And I wish I could see who it is. I don't like the camera angle, but Halak stops him. Slovakia here. Richard Panik trying to get the goal. Gets one by Tuukka Rask. Let's see who's Finnish shooter here. Teravainen. Okay. Can he tie it up? Halak shuts the door. What a big win for Slovakia, upsetting Finland. The next one here, guys, is Sweden versus Latvia. Sweden's up 2, Forsberg, Landeskog. 3-0 now, Nylander adds 1. And 7-1. They just popped off in the 3rd period. Raymond Olsen, Landeskog, Backstrom. Kennens gets 1 for Latvia, but not enough. So the final set of games in Group C here, guys. This is shaping up to be the closest group yet. Finland, Latvia. Finland's up 1. Still only up 1 against Latvia. 2-0. Wow, that's very, very close there. I wasn't expecting that. And now we have Sweden, Slovakia here. If Sweden wins, we'll have 3 different teams in this group, all with 2 wins. It'll be interesting for sure. And it's 1-1 after 1. Raymond and Panik, the goal scorers. 2-2, Nylander and Merchenko. 3-2, Sweden doesn't get the win. Raquel there. Okay, so I'm going to have to add up all these points. It's going to be a close one. I just finished calculating the standings for this group, guys. Like I said, closest one yet. But in first place was Finland as they went 2-0-1. So that OT loss to Slovakia helped get them first place. Even though they only had 7 goals for, they finished with 7 points, which was the highest. Second place there is Sweden as they went 2-0-1 for 6 points. After that, you had Slovakia who went 1-1-0-1 for 5 points. And then Latvia there was last place who went 0-3 there for 0 points. Alright, guys, so just finished calculating the standings after all the round-robin games. As you can see there, Canada's in first place with 9 points and a plus 16. Russia behind them in second, also with 9, but not as strong a goal differential. Finland in third with 7 points. Czech Republic in fourth with 6 points and a plus 9. So those top 4 teams are all getting byes in the first round. After that, you have Sweden at 5th with 6 points and a plus 5. Slovakia 6th. Germany 7th. USA surprisingly in 8th place. Switzerland 9th. China's in 10th because of that one OT loss. They actually finished above both Denmark and Latvia, even though they have a minus 22, the worst of any team by far. They got the 1 point there. Denmark and Latvia each have 0. So how it's going to work out, guys? The first matchup will be 5v12, so Sweden versus Latvia. Then you have 6-11 in Denmark, 7-10 in Germany and China, followed by 8-9 with the USA and Switzerland, which you can see on the screen right now. Now, the winner of the Sweden-Latvia game will play the Czech Republic. Slovakia-Denmark winner will play Finland. Germany-Japan winner will play Russia. And the USA-Switzerland winner is going to play Canada. So how it worked out is one of USA or Canada will not be medaling because probably USA and Canada are going to play in the quarterfinal, which means neither of them even have a chance for the bronze medal if they lose in that game, which is actually insane to think about. Like, I'd say it's on USA. Canada did their job. They went 3-0. If USA also would have went 3-0, they could have met in the gold medal game. So, first game here, guys. Sweden versus Latvia. Winner gets to take on the Czechs. Loser goes home. First period. Sweden's up 2-1. Carlson and Landeskog cooled it there for Latvia. 3-3 after 2. Olsen gets one. Bluger and Gergensen for Latvia. They're trying to play spoiler here. Will it happen in the third? No. Sweden holds on there. Carlson adds another. They're moving on to the next round. We now have Slovakia-Denmark here, guys. Winner plays Finland. Marinchen's already got one for Slovakia. Losers going home. But Denmark finishes actually in the lead in that first period. 3-2. Ehlers, True, and Eller. Panic Marinchen for Slovakia. Could we have a spoiler here in the qualifying round? Denmark's up 5-2 now from and Regan in the second. 7-4. Denmark holds on. Wow. Slovakia had a great run in the round robin. They upset Finland, but then Denmark comes in and beats them. So Denmark actually playing Finland in the first round of the quarterfinal. Now this next game here, guys, a rematch between Germany and China. Somehow this one went to OT last time. Will it happen again? 1-1 after 1. Ryder for Germany. Komachi there for China. Drysdale has been kind of quiet this tournament. 4-1. He gets one there. Same with Seider and Bergman. And there we go. Germany holds on. 4-1. 38 shots to 13. Japan would have actually gotten last if they just did that the first time they played. And the game of the qualifying round, USA versus Switzerland. Winner plays Canada. USA's up 3-0. Connor, Slav, and Kane. 5-2. Swiss gets a couple. McAvoy, Pacioretty for the USA. They hold on there. 6-3. So as we predicted, USA-Canada in the quarterfinal. That's insane. Here are your quarterfinal matchups, guys. We can actually stay in this playoff mode until we have a gold medal winner finally. So it's Finland versus Denmark, Russia-Germany, Czech Republic-Sweden, Canada-USA. Let's see which of these 8 teams wins the 2022 Olympic gold medal. We're starting off with Finland-Denmark. Still, winner moves on, loser goes home. It's do or die. Here we go. Can Denmark continue the Cinderella story? 0-0 after 1. They're getting outshot by quite a bit, though. 2-0 for Finland now, Rantanen and Aho. And 3-0, Finland shuts them out. Lundell there adds the empty netter. And they're moving on to the semifinals. And our second matchup here, guys, is Russia versus Germany. I think we could call this like the Stalingrad matchup. Here we go. Germany's up 1. Tim Stützle on Vasilevsky. 2-1, Drysdale adds one. Malkin for Russia. Can Germany hold on here? They're getting outshot by 20. Here we go. 3-3. Ovechkin gets one on Grubauer and Messikov as well. And then Stützle adds a second. We have a 4-minute OT here before the shootout. It's 3-3. And Russia there, Kaprizov with the game winner. Well, the fact they went to OT when Russia outshot them 47-14, that just shows you Vasilevsky didn't have a great game and Grubauer absolutely stood on his head. Now the next game here, guys, Sweden versus Czech Republic. The winner, of course, will play the winner of the Canada-USA game. Czech are up 1. Pasternak there on Markstrom. 3-2 now. Faxa got a couple in the second. Eriksson and Nylander for Sweden. Sweden ties it. Backstrom, 14 OT. Another OT game. This is awesome. And we're going to a shootout, so let's watch it. Peterson here starting off the shooting for Sweden. And he scores there past Mrazek. Nice little move. Going top corner. Pasternak here. Can he tie it up for the Czech? Ooh, little side skate there, but Markstrom turns him away. Sweden here get a huge lead. Nylander, if he can do it, comes in. Missed the net. That's not good. Czech Republic trying to tie this up. Zadina coming in. Oh, tried to go wide backhand there. Markstrom turns him away. If Sweden scores this, it's over. Philip Forsberg, can he be the hero? Mrazek closed the door, so now Czech Republic got to try and force this thing to the do-or-die shots. I don't even know who that is for them. But Markstrom closes the door, stops every shot, and Sweden's moving on. And here we go, guys. The quarterfinal game everyone's been waiting for. Canada versus USA. In the round robin, Canada beat them 4-3 in regulation. What's going to happen here? First period. Canada's up by 1. Nathan McKinnon. 2-1 now. Patty Kane for the USA. McKinnon there for Canada. I feel like this is a big enough game. Let's resume simulation here. Let's just let this one play out. It's a big game. Canada versus USA. Ryan O'Reilly there adds another for Canada, making it 3-1. They currently have the shot lead. About half the period to go. DeBrincat finds one. So USA within striking distance. Still a lot of time left. 10 minutes and only down by 1. Pretty much even shots there. Will Canada hold on? Will USA force this thing to OT? 2 minutes left to go. Matthew Tkachuk for the USA. And this game is going to overtime. Should we watch it? Should we see the OT winner? I think we have to. So here you go, guys. Canada versus USA OT. I feel like you knew this was going to happen with everything on the line. Loser going home. Now, who's going to win this one? We got a 5-minute OT here. 4-on-4 as well, so it'll be pretty open ice. Again, it's supposed to be a 20-minute 5-on-5, then the shootout in actual Olympics, but unfortunately we can't do that. Probably not going to commentate this whole thing as this video is already looking like it's going to be very long, but I'll just kind of show you guys the highlights from OT. David on the puck, looking for something. Over to Pietrangelo. To McDavid. Big stop by Hellebuck. Another one there on Marchand. McDavid, oh, almost got the shot off. Wow. Larkin out front, claps one. What a save from Fleury. Also, guys, I just turned off the X Factor icon, so it should look a lot nicer now. Should have done that at the start of the period. Who is that? Theodore. Ooh, little toe save from Hellebuck. That was actually pretty nice. I think this is Slavin here just walking in. Nice save from Fleury. Both goalies look pretty good. Widow has it again here. One defender to beat. He's kind of going slow here, looking for help. Gives it to Pellick. Imagine Adam Pellick with the game winner. Slavin's on it again, walking in, and he scores! Jacob Slavin walks in and snipes it on Marc-Andre Fleury to give USA the win. They're moving on to the semifinals, and Canada goes home with nothing. What an absolute heartbreaker for me as I'm commentating this. I was really hoping Canada would win it all. Best team on paper in the tournament, you can see there. Crosby and Kane shaking hands, the two captains of these teams. The two goalies, Hellebuck and Fleury. That is a tough one to see. But all the Americans watching, I'm sure you're happy. Next year we have Russia-Finland. Winner moves on to the gold medal game. Here we go. Finland's up 1. Hints there in the first. 2-1 now for Finland. Kapanen gets one. Panarin for Russia. I see that Finland's rocking Rask, even though I want them to start Saros. Russia makes it a 2-2 game. We're going to OT. I'm just going to let this one sim unless it goes to a shootout. Which it is. Let's watch the shootout. Here we have Ovechkin coming in, guys, on Rask. Tries to go backhand there, but Rask shuts the door. I think Rask and Finland have already been in one shootout. Rantanen here, coming in on Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky closed the 5-hole. Looking like a goalie battle so far. Panarin here. Can he beat Rask? Ooh, another nice stop from Tuukka Rask. You know, he's been out a while here. He's been resting, ready for the Olympics. Respect. Line. Oh, goes to the backhand. Vasilevsky shuts the door. Next, here's Kucherov. Can he find one? And he does. Completely dekes out Rask there to the backhand. Now Vasilevsky shuts the door, rushes onto the gold medal game. Oh, terrifying with the Forsberg. Are you kidding me? Do or die here. Evgeny Malkin rocking 11. Rask there at the toe save. Gives Finland hope. Here it is, Barkov. Game on his stick. Vasilevsky, though, says no. What a shootout so far. Next up for Russia's Kaprizov. Tried to go backhand. Rask shuts the door. Looked like a armpit save almost. For Finland, I didn't see the name yet, but we'll see if he scores. Oh, did he just try to go between the legs? Who do you think? Who was? I didn't know who that was. And who do they think they are? Svechnikov. Rask again shuts the door. These goalies are looking good right now. Capo Kakko for Finland. And he beats Vasilevsky, giving Finland the advance to the gold medal game. What a shootout. And next year, guys, we have Sweden-USA. Winner plays Finland in the gold medal game. 0-0 after 1. 2-0 for the Americans, Kane and Fox. And the Americans hold on 3-0. Shut out Sweden there. So a USA-Finland gold medal matchup. And now before we get to the gold medal game, guys, we have to have the bronze medal game first. Russia versus Sweden. Who's going to come away with the medal? Who's going to go home with nothing? 5-0 for Sweden after 1. 5 goals on 9 shots. Did they take out Vasilevsky? They did. Wow, Shesterkin's in net. He still let one in. So Vasilevsky must have... Oh, wow. Vasilevsky was only in there for 3 goals, and Shesterkin let in 2. Insane. Raymond Olsson, Forsberg, Eriksson, Lindholm for Sweden. 6-0. They continue the pressure. Wow. Sweden came to play. 6-0 shutout win over Russia to secure the bronze medal. Well done. Tyson Lindholm there at a 4-point game. Gotta respect that. Finally, guys, we have the gold medal game. USA versus Finland. Neither of these teams without controversy. USA, of course, lost to Germany in the round robin, which is why they sent home Canada in the quarterfinal, which they probably honestly like Canada not even getting a medal. Finland lost to Slovakia in OT. Here we go. USA versus Finland for the gold medal. First period. 3-0 lead for USA. Patty Kane, Gaudreau, Matthews. 12 shots as well. They're just firing on all cylinders. Second period here, still 3-0. We're just going to resume this thing. Finland's got a lot of work to do. Gaudreau makes it 4-0. I mean, Leafs fans know this game isn't over yet, but halfway through, Ristolainen adds 1. Okay, we got a bit of a game now. 4-1. Finland on the power play. If they could have scored there, Kyle Connor makes it 5-1. USA is really putting it on here. They want that gold medal. Teravainen makes it 5-2. 5 minutes left. Patrick Laine 5-3. We have a bit of a game. Can Finland do a miracle here? And they cannot. Okay, so there you have it. USA are your gold medal winners for the 2022 Winter Olympics in ice hockey. A big 5-3 win there over Finland in the final game. An epic win, I think, over Canada in OT in the quarterfinal. End of playoffs. We'll put gold medal champion there, USA. So there you have it, guys. My 2022 Olympic sim. If the NHL players actually went, I think that'd be a pretty exciting one, even though obviously it would hurt for me being a Canadian. And you can see here, Patty Kane actually finished as the leading scorer once the quarterfinals started with 4 points in 3 games. Of course, this doesn't include the bronze medal game. I think McDavid was probably like the MVP of the round robin. He had 6 goals in 3 games. DeBrincat there also 4 points, so that duo seemed to work for the USA. Aho there at a few points. We'll take a look here at Connor Hellebuyck's stats. They must have been nice. A .936 and a 1.98. I saw he had in an interview he was pretty upset about not being able to go to the Olympics, and this is why. The guy was ready to play. He was going to put that team on his back. Tuukka Rask there had pretty nice stats as well, .909 at 2.28. Freddie Anderson for Denmark, even though they had that one loss, .941 and a 2.01. He was doing everything in his power to try and, get them through there onto the next round, but the team in front of him just wasn't good enough. So a very, very cool Olympic sim there, guys. I'm hoping you enjoyed it. Obviously, it doesn't make up for, real life NHL players not going, but at least it's kind of something there to see a what-if scenario. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.